Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am indeed Evil Sasha. I am indeed from Belarus. I am, as I like to introduce myself, the former champion of Belarus in rock, paper, scissors. Good laugh. I like that guy. If some of you are asking yourselves right now, should I be laughing at that joke? The answer is yes. If some of you are asking right now yourselves, will I go to hell for laughing at that joke? The answer is also yes. And if some of you are visually impaired or you're sitting in the back, you can't see me very well, find me after the show. This joke will make a lot more sense. So I'm indeed from Belarus. I moved here a couple years ago. What happened was back in 2020, there was the big Belarusian protest. And in that protest, I also participated. I went and protested everywhere. Not to, sound like a diva, but I'm kind of easy to recognize. And so I had to tell myself, you know what, Sasha, at some point you're gonna have to make the tough choice. You're gonna have to leave the country or, you'll end up arrested. So of course I went with the obvious option. I got arrested. And back at the time, it was like this big deal, all the media outlets were writing like, oh, can you believe it? They arrested a disabled woman at the protests. And I was kind of baffled because I was like, have none of you watched the Discovery Channel growing up? Of course they catch the crippled ones first. The arrest overall was kind of a confusing experience. They dragged me to the police department, they sat me down, and they were like, we don't know what to do with you. We're supposed to take fingerprints. Okay, go, fuck off. So after that, I finally decided it was time for me to run away. Now, some of you might be asking the logical question, why Lithuania of all places? Well, I guess I'm not a good runner, as we've established. So I moved here, and I do genuinely like living in Lithuania, I must say. I think it's because Lithuania and Belarus have a lot of similarities, I find. For example, it's, like same or similar, like depressed, bad weather, same depressed, bland potato dishes, same depressed, suicidal, alcoholic people. But with an added bonus, democracy. And, it was a very impressive bonus for a Belarusian like me who's never experienced democracy before. But I also found it confusing because here was like, okay, you have the vote, you have the choice, that's so cool. Hang on, so you guys chose to live like this? Weird, but okay. But I do like Lithuania, honestly, because I feel like sometimes I didn't move to a foreign country so much as I kind of upgraded to the premium version. Yeah, but of course moving to a foreign country, it comes with its own challenges. I am, among other things, single, and we all know how easy it is to meet people in the Baltics. Yeah, I like that one laugh, like, he knows. Yeah, and it's actually, I am bisexual, so you would think, oh, it should be easier for you, like you have more options, but sadly that hasn't been the case. You see, I'm not really dating men. I have this condition, it's called having standards. My favorite part of that joke is that only women are laughing. Music to my ears. But sadly for me, I'm also not dating any women because unfortunately other women also have standards. Yeah, I sometimes even when I meet people, I even introduce myself as like, "Hi, I'm Sasha. I'm a good bi. I don't like men, and women don't like me. Goodbye." Yeah, and it's like I like to talk about my relationships, my sexuality on stage because, when I meet people, I don't really get those questions, when you meet someone and they're like, "Hey, where are you from? What do you do? Who are you into?" I don't get those questions. I usually get the same question, which is, "What happened to you?" And to that question, I like to give different answers depending on my mood because I'm an asshole. Like, sometimes I like to say, "Oh, you know what happened? I used to bite my nails." Sometimes if I want to appear, like hip and cool and modern, I can say like, "Oh, you know what? I was drawn by AI." And if I meet someone who happens to know something, about AI technology, and they ask me like, "Hang on, but doesn't AI like add extra fingers?" I look at them all mysterious like, and I go, "Wait till you see my toes." Yeah, sadly, my love life has not been going great. You could count the total number of my relationships on one hand. The successful ones on mine. Yeah, so, because the thing is, like, when people approach you, like, to meet you, nobody really approaches me to offer, like, to buy me a drink or something. Usually when people approach me is to ask me, "Have you found Jesus? Can I pray upon you and heal away the injury?" And honestly, it's happened so many times. I'm convinced that whenever that happens to a disabled person, we should be allowed legally to claim a refund. So yeah, if some of you out there is single and you would like to buy me a drink or talk about Jesus or count my toes, find me at the bar after the show. I don't know who will wear the pants in our relationship, but I do know who will wear the gloves. Thank you guys. You've been an awesome audience. Enjoy the rest of your life.